Hi friend, in this video we will be discussing about profile. So let us start the video. Here first of all we will learn what are profiles. So profile is nothing but a script and it runs every time PowerShell starts. And profile has a specific name. So the name is already fixed by PowerShell. We cannot give any other name to the profile. Since PowerShell runs every time when PowerShell starts, so no need to import or recreate them every time PowerShell runs. And there are specific use of profile in PowerShell. So profiles are basically used to customize environment, or if we have any session specific element, so those element will be added to every PowerShell session. So the elements will be commands, or we can use aliases, or we can use functions, variables, snappings, modules, PS drive, or any other element also which is session specific can be added in profiles. And there are basically two types of profile. So one profile will be user based profile. So that profile will be created separately for each user, and other profile is system level profile. And system level profile will be common to all users, means it will be accessible within all users. Although PowerShell profile runs automatically every time when PowerShell start, but it's not created automatically. So first we have to create it manually, then it will start running every time automatically when PowerShell starts. In case we want to skip the running of profile when PowerShell starts, then while starting PowerShell we can use this parameter -no profile. So when we use -no profile, PowerShell will be executed but it will not load profile. So PowerShell will be loaded without profiles only. There is one more concept in PowerShell called $profile variable. So this is a variable $profile and it stores the profile path. So every profile will have a specific path to it, and profile automatic variable will store the profile path which are available in current session. And profile for the current user and current host will be saved in $profile variable, and other profile will also be saved, but those will be saved in the node properties of this variable. Here you can see name of all the profiles, and in left side you can see the scope for each of the profile. So if we want to use the profile for current user or current host, then we have to write the content within $profile or $profile dot current user current host. So when we are trying to print this one, so path of the current user and current host profile will be printed. And likewise when we want to print the path for current user and all hosts, so we will have to print like this. We will have to use $profile dot current user all host. So it will give the output of path of the current user all host. And likewise if we want to know the path of all users and current host, then we will have to print this variable. We will have to use $profile dot all users current host. And at last if we want to print the path for all users in all hosts, then we will have to print this variable $profile dot all users all hosts. So this is how we can use $profile automatic variable. And here you can see various profile paths available for all the scope. So if we refer the all users all host profile, then that will be pointing to $ps home / profile.ps1 file. So $ps home is nothing but installation directory for PowerShell. So when it is expanded, so it will have the full path of the installation directory of PowerShell, and after that this is the main file which will be created under this directory. So the file name will be profile.ps1. So if we are writing something in this file, so that element will be available to all users and all hosts. Likewise, we have other profile scope which is all users and current host. So when we want to refer to this one, so we will have to use this file. So again ps home directory will be there, and after that the file name will be microsoft.powershell_profile.ps1. so if we are writing something in this file, so that element will be available to all users and current host. And we have third profile path which will be created under the home directory of any user, and after documents or some system has my documents folder instead of just document folder, and within that one there will be one more folder Windows PowerShell, and under that again the file will be there profile.ps1. so if we are writing something in this one, so that element will be available to current user all hosts. And at last we have one more file, that is microsoft.powershell_profile.ps1. so that file will be available under users home directory, documents and Windows PowerShell. And if we are writing something in this file, so that will be available in current user and current host. PowerShell also create profile for any application which uses PowerShell. For example, when we use the PowerShell ISE, so it will also create profile for any host specific. For example, PowerShell ISE will create two types of profile. One profile will be applicable to all users and current host, and second profile will be available to current user and current host. So current user current host profile path will be like this. So it will be under users home directory and again documents and Windows PowerShell, and this time it will be PowerShell ISE_profile.ps1. So here we have seen only PowerShell_profile, but here ISE has been added to this file. And likewise, if it is used for all users and current host, so it will be created under the ps home directory, and the file name will be microsoft.powershell ISE_profile.ps1. so here you can see we have only microsoft.powershell_profile.ps1, and again ISE has been added to this. So this is how we can use profile and its paths, and we can write any element to this one, and whatever the element we are writing to these files, so those element will be available to these scopes. And here we will be trying some examples that how we can use these profiles. So this is our first example, and in this example we are simply printing the profile variable. So we will see what is there inside this variable when we print. So to print this one, just I will execute, and you will see here that we have one path which is under users home directory and after Windows PowerShell, and this is the main file name. So the file name is microsoft.powershell ISE_profile.ps1. Here I have executed this automatic variable in PowerShell ISE, so that is the reason we are getting here ISE. So the result will be different when we print the same automatic variable in PowerShell console. So if I copy this one and if I execute in console, so here you will be seeing instead of ISE we have just got PowerShell_profile.ps1, and all other things like home directory and Windows PowerShell directory are same as PowerShell ISE. And when we print the $profile, so it gives us only single path, but it contains all other paths for other profiles as well, but those paths will be saved under node property of the same variable. So if we want to see other paths, then we will have to use like this. First we will have to use the variable, and after that we have to use pipe, and we can use get member type node property. So it will be fetching all the node property under this variable. So if I execute here, so you will see we have got all the profiles under this variable. So first you will be seeing name of all the profiles, which are all users, all host, all users, current host, current user, all host, and current user, current host. And in last you will be seeing the definition. So definition will be the type of file like string, and here the profile equal to will be path. Since this one has been wrapped, so this is the reason we are not seeing full path of the profile. But if we want to see only the path and not all these things, then we have another method. So we can use again like this only, but instead of getting member we can just use the format list, and we can use property star. So all the properties within this variable will be listed out, and here we are using force. So in case it has some permission related issues, so that will be overridden. So if I execute this line, so this time you will be seeing we are getting all the paths. So we are getting path for all users, all hosts, which is here C Windows System 32 and Windows PowerShell v1.0. So this is the PS home directory, and after that this is the main file. So the file name is profile.ps1, and similar way we have other profile file, so which is Microsoft.PowerShell ISE_profile.ps1. Since we are executing this one into ISE, so that is the reason here we have got ISE. So same thing when printed in PowerShell console, so this result will be different. And next we have here users home directory and Windows PowerShell directory, and we have profile.ps1. And at last we have again users home directory and documents and Windows PowerShell, and the file name is Microsoft.PowerShell ISE_profile.ps1. So this is how we can either just get one profile way when we are only printing profile variable, and if we want to get all the profile paths, then we can use it like this. And if I print same thing in console, so here you will be seeing, so there is a small difference between the previous output and the current output. So in the previous output when we had executed same thing in ISE, so ISE was available in the file, but when we had executed in console, so that ISE is not there. We have just got PowerShell_profile.ps1. So now let's move to the next example, and here we will be seeing how to verify if some profile has been created or not. So to check if any profile has been created or not, we can just use test-path, and after that we can use the $profile. So when we are giving the $profile, so by default it will be checking current user, current host. But if we want to specify any other path as well, then we can use the $profile dot, we can specify the scope here. So if we want to use for current user, current host, which is also by default within profile, then we have two methods. Either we can use $profile or we can use $profile.currentUser.currentHost. And if we want to check the path for all users, all hosts, then we can use it like this. So currently we don't have any file created, so it will be giving us false. Likewise, if I test this one, so this one also will be giving us false, and for this also we will be getting false. This is happening because for none of the scope profile file has been created in our system. In case you want to create the file and before that you want to test, or if file is not there then only you want to create, then you can put a check in that one. You can use if condition and you can check exclamation mark and you can check if file is there or not. So if file is not there, then only this condition will be satisfied and this command will be executed. So this command will be new item, item type, file, path and force. So currently it will be creating the current user current host file, but if you want to create any other file, then you have to use the node property like this. For example, if you want to create it for current user all host, then after profile you have to use dot and the scope of the profile, and all other parameter will be same. So here I am not going to create any file in my system. I have just shown how we can create it. And once we have created the file using this way, so now we can open the file in any editor like this. So if we want to use for current user current host, just we have to use this variable and we can use in any of the editor, and then we can write something in that file and we can save the file and close. So this is how we can first check the path of the profile, and if we have not created profile then we can create it like this, and after creating the file we can open the file and we can write something to this. And now let's move further in this topic. So here we have seen overview of profile, we have learned what is a profile, and after that we have seen profile automatic variable, what else we can do using profile automatic variable, and after that we have seen various profile paths. We have seen all the paths applicable to all the profiles, and at last we tried some practical example. So I hope this was helpful to you, and that's all in today's video.